lot of dirt.
Who'd you sell the dirt to?
Yeah, we couldn't. You've actually got to pay in England to bury it because they're trying to make people not use landfill. So if you're going to landfill things, you pay. So people have found other ways of. Got visitors, girls.
Do they produce for you?
Yeah, they're all hens, so we don't want to do silly cockerels.
Yeah. They don't do much good but holler.
Yeah, exactly. And we plant, well, everything you can see here, all these hedges, everything we planted. And the apple trees, we've got apples, plums.
I bet apples grow good here.
What is this area called? Waterlooville?
Hambledon.
Hambledon.
Yeah. So we're divided into counties.
Our states are divided into counties.
Are they?
Yeah.
So, and there are 52 counties, I think, in England. And they usually end in the word shire. So this is Hampshire. You might have heard of Yorkshire. I mean, it's usually shire, it's pronounced Yorkshire, Lancashire.
And then the Shire, where Frodo lived.
Yes, the Shire, yeah. And you've got that word, shire, because the...
So, while editing this, probably one of the most interesting things that he said was about where the word sheriff comes from. So pay close attention.
Guy who was in charge of Hampshire for the king was called, people who were in charge, were called reeves, and he was the shire reeve. And if you say that quickly for about 200 years, it becomes sheriff.
Oh.
So your sheriff is an English word, like the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood.
Yeah.
His real title would have been the Shire Reeve, the reeve in charge of the Shire.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and because I mean, those three in there are naughty hens. They have figured out that they can eat the eggs.
Oh no!
So I can't mix them because these girls haven't worked that out. They lay the eggs and they'll eat them. They eat their own eggs because one of them worked out and the others, what are you doing? That looks all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's sick. That is disgusting.
But that little white one's cute.
Yeah, this is yeah, I had a look. They're all good. This is what you do. I mean, when you see a beehive, all it is boxes with these frames in. I mean, if you just gave the bees a box, they would fill it with honeycomb and then lay all the eggs and everything in it. Is it 2,000 a day the queen lays? There's one queen, they're all female in here, and they've stuck them together. They have glued those to there.
Those stinkers.
And then they glue, when you put the top on, they glue that.
Yeah. So don't you have like, you have like a spackling knife?
Yeah, in fact, it's over there, I think. I'm going to stay there.
Actually loads of bees, look. That's because of the bees.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So you buy these, and this is a bit tatty, but you buy these, and it's lovely. And you make them. All you're doing is providing the bees with
A substrate.
Yeah. Say, look, it's already half done for you, girls. You can just now, and within days they will have made honeycomb all the way over there. They're like little houses, and thousands of them. And they then, depending on their job, the queen will lay an egg. Others will come and feed it. When it grows big enough, they cap it off, and then the bees come out. They work for 6 weeks and die.
Yeah, I do too.
They're just total. What we got here is that big red house, in the mid distance, In front of it is the oldest vineyard in England. It's only from 1950,
But still.
yeah, still. And it's bigger and bigger, and he's now rented the whole of that field to the left
Oh
of
my
that
gosh.
white thing. And he's producing champagne. You can't call it that,
Yeah,
because-
yeah.
but it
But the
is,
champagne grapes.
Sparkling wine.
yeah,
Yeah,
we-
yeah.
I've got to find a better name, Mike, haven't they? I mean, how attractive is that English sparkling wine? I mean, you
Yeah.
need a warmth, don't you?
Champagne's for the rich, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
26,
champagne-
what's that,
Yeah,
sort of
it's like a
$40
rich
a
thing.
bottle. But he reckons when this lot come on, which they might have done now, it's been 5 years in the growing, it will be, when Trump came to England back in the summer, he drank wherever, I forget, London I think, he actually drank Hambledon
Huh.
champagne. On the skyline, if you look, right, run along and you get a big clump, a huge wood of trees. Yeah?
Yep.
And then you go along. Maddie,
Yeah.
do you want to come and get the egg?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Sure.
It won't kill you, it's just, oh, you know.
Won't kill you.
Just a little jolt.
Are these crab apples? Or,
yeah.
I like the little one with the afro.
Yeah.
He's my fave. He's she.
She.
Come here, you.
Oh, changed it.
Have a look in there.
Oh, in there.
There she is.
Yeah? Can we just grab them?
Yeah.
2?
Look at my shoe, punk.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Do you want to hold
I'm gonna poke you.
Yeah.
Poke me.
Hang on. Wait, switch. You take the eggs.
What? You jealous? You want spaghetti, don't you? They love spaghetti.
What the hell
Spaghetti?
are you doing?
Yeah. Don't you?
Y'all are
You want some
spoiled.
spaghetti? Yeah.
Wait, I need a picture. I don't know when the last time I held a chicken.
I don't know if you've ever held a chicken.
I grew up with chickens.
So do you live in a city or
Well, not right now. Oh, wait, mean?
under the
nice.
arm? Yeah, and just keep her gently under there. And she...
That one's called Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
KFC.
Oh, did he get you? On the arm?
Oh, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Got
Did you?
bitten by the chicken wolf.
No, if it would, you know, they
You see this dummy here?
do that. I don't know why these chickens do this.
You picking my foot?
So stupid.
Yeah, that
And that
is
one
dumb.
too.
They're very pecky, aren't they?
Yeah, these ones are new, fairly new. These big brown ones. And
Back in my leg.
stop it! There's nothing there.
What is wrong with you?
I come up sometimes with the Wellington boots on, and it's got like a name round it.
Just don't
And
pick my fist.
They pick order you.
Okay.
I'll take the cup back. Give some stuff to Sarah. Yeah, take a lot and for the kids. And for yourself. You're being well fed.
So they're a bit taller than I thought they'd be.
Actually, we have 2 labs. One's black. Oh, really?
It's the biggest or most complete or most original in Northern Europe. He said something like that. I am beyond angry. Absolutely furious. So we're in Salisbury, UK, right? At Salisbury Cathedral. Something like the oldest or most complete cathedral in Northern Europe. It's freaking gorgeous, right? The only reason I wanted to come here, there's 5 copies of the Magna Carta. This is the best copy. They have it. It's right on the other side of that. It would have taken us 2 seconds to look at it. All I wanted to get was a quick shot of it, a picture. Say I was there. I did it. I got it. The Magna Carta, what started democracy. But I'm mad at life right now. I'm not mad at the guy doing his job, whatever. Closed at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Do they not have somebody that can man it until 5, 6 on a Sunday when everybody's off? I get it, it's a church, it's still working and everything. But come on, we got there at 4:02, 2 minutes after 4. They closed at 4. Thousands of miles from home. All I wanted to see was the Magna Carta. I get there, and it's closed. The bright side is I have family here. Not in Salisbury, but about an hour away. 2 minutes though. 2 minutes. It's our last day in Europe. 2 freaking minutes. I'm at a loss for words. Freaking Magna Carta, the best copy that we have. Catholics, you have to atone for this sin. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Maybe you should fly me back out here to see it. So this is the last night of our little European vacation. Left for a week or 2. I can't remember. Days are running together. I don't know what day of the week it is now. Left, flew to Munich, walked around all day, talked to Oktoberfest, got a hotel, went to Hofbrauhaus, Munich, had a good time there. We went into Austria. We went and saw Neuschwanstein, I think is the name of it. That's what the Disney castle was modeled after, and I realize on my video now, I went back and watched it. I was so tired whenever I edited and posted that, but I went back and watched it and saw that I had inserted a clip in twice. Eesh, I look like an idiot, but had a good time. Went into London. London is one of those things that you can do in one day if you're not planning on seeing a show, if you don't want to go out to a club or anything. It's really something you can do in one day, and that's pretty much what we did. We went and saw Trafalgar Square, Westminster Palace, Buckingham. I don't know. We saw some palace. One of the houses of the royals, which still confuses me, the whole royalty thing. So we left London. We went down south. Drove into Portsmouth. Saw the USS Warrior, or not USS, HMS Warrior, which happens to be the first ironclad ship. So if you think about like in Civil War when they had ironclads, it wasn't like that. It wasn't those geometric looking things. This was like a ship with sails that you see pirates sail on, but it's covered in 4 inches. I think 4.5 inches of metal. The entire thing. Nuts. It was really crazy. And the amount of ammunition that they were able to store on that was just mind-boggling. I don't think I got any video of it, because I want to live in the moment. Came into Rowlands Castle, and we drove right by the Airbnb, right by it, several times. It's simple now that you understand what a cottage is, but it didn't make a whole lot of sense, the directions. I mean, it did, but it didn't. We spent about 45 minutes extra looking for the place. We finally found it. Oh no, that night we went to my cousin's house. No footage of that. Went to my cousin's house with him and his wife, and we ate some really good Chinese food. And that gentleman's house, that was something else. So interesting. Today we went to Stonehenge. Really big rocks. Impressive, but it cost almost $30 for an adult. So it was like 23.50 pounds, I believe. 23 pounds, 50 pence. Almost $30 a person, so pretty expensive. If you come here and you go to any of the English heritage sites, which you're going to, Stonehenge, any of the castles, Tower of London, those are English heritage sites, and they charge admission. The naval base charged admission is 18 pounds per attraction. If you did all the pounds, it would If you did all the attractions, it would equal more than the yearly membership. So it's like the national park membership. If you're going to go to national parks in the States, you might as well buy the yearly pass. You pay $40 one time or whatever, and you get in free everywhere. You get parking free everywhere. Do that. If you come here, buy their national parks pass, if you will. Buy that, save you a lot of money. Don't say please too much. No, not too much please and thank you, because it seems insincere. It can be perceived insincere by some people. And you don't want to look bad on America. If you have friends over here that are from here, if you make friends, talk to them about the politics. It's interesting. Don't just get fish and chips anywhere. So the next time we come, my wife and I probably have the confidence now to make it happen, and we have the understanding of what it will cost to get here and then to be here. It's cheaper to be here than it is to get here, that's for certain. Single plane ticket, round trip for one person from Charlotte to Germany, about $850. Expensive, not cheap. Of course, it's Oktoberfest season, it's a little more expensive than usual. You could probably get it for $600 or $700. But next time, probably gonna, don't know which order, but we'll fly maybe into Italy. Maybe we'll go into Germany. Not Germany, you forget Germany. Maybe we'll go into France, northern France in particular, or we could take a train from Italy to northern France, to Normandy. Normandy, I've been to the beaches, I've seen it before. It's a beautiful town, lovely town, and they love Americans. They remember what the greatest generation did for them. A debt that they cannot repay, and I don't deserve the honor that they give the Americans, but they're grateful for us, and that's something else. So I'd love to go back there and then spend some time in Portsmouth with the family. Maybe go up to Scotland. There's so many. Maybe we could go once a year for 8 or 9 days somewhere. Figure it out. It's been a good trip. I tried to fish. Next time I'll have to plan it. Fishing's popular here, but it's hard to find a private fishing lake and find a proper fishing charter that has all the equipment, especially all the equipment, licenses necessary. But next time I'm gonna fish, I'll do it. My channel is called The Gross Fisherman. I haven't been doing much fishing, so we'll try to rectify that. We'll rectify it. Anyways, I'll get more confident in front of this camera, and I'll be able to talk more confidently. I am the worst fisherman on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
come up a bit, and there's some more trees, and then along. Yeah. And yeah, and if you go along anyway, directly above the red brick vineyard house, the landscape just kicks up a bit, and that is a 4,000-year-old fort.
4,000.
At least 3,000.
So I know.
And it's a huge, big thing that the guys up there built.
Old Winchester Hill.
Yeah, and you know, to defend themselves against other tribes in the area. And they're on many of our hills around here.
That's nuts.
And
That's a particularly nice one.
Yeah.
Remember, it's electric, won't you?
Yeah.
Maddie? Yeah, that's our church down through there. And it's been added, like many of them, you imagine, because the centre of it, the tiled roof, the red tiled roof, that part of it goes back to 1050. So that's what, nearly 1,000 years old. So the centre of the church is about 1,000 years old. And then as the village got richer, more people and more money, so they added to it. And
Wow.
amazing.
Have you heard the story about that guy who stole a church roof? It's a couple of hundred years ago. I think it was actually in England. The roof was made out of like lead or something like that.
I'm afraid that is still.
Oh yeah. He managed to steal a whole roof and cause equivalent of $26 million in damage.
I can imagine once the
Over
rain
years.
got in and
Yeah.
No,
Well, they caught a guy literally this week doing that.
Oh my gosh.
They had a prayer meeting inside the church. The first one they'd had a night prayer meeting in 20 years.
And
And they heard us banging and scraping on the roof, and the vicar went down and said, "All right, call the police." And they caught them both.
You old doze, Adam. There's no bees in there.
Not many anyway. Stay there. As long as you don't run off or do something stupid, they just won't bother you anyway.
Yeah, don't shake it.
This is a brood chamber. Jerry.
There's one there, look. Careful.
Oh yeah.
Don't hurt him.
Go on, her. Yeah, so in here, this is where the queen.
They're not aggressive.
I know. I'll play with the chickens.
They don't really. I mean, they will sting you, but
If you go there
They're
now
fluffy, though.
and mess in there, but bees are. There's different types. So you see usually American guys showing me, which I watch, how to do things, and sometimes they've got no gloves on, and I think you come up to mine. I mean, if you
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean they're defending.
Yeah.
You know,
And they go to the carbon dioxide, right? They go to what they feel the breath, or they sense the chemical of you breathing
it's
out.
carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
is that what? I don't know, but they
Yeah.
just know it's me messing with
Mosquitoes
it.
follow that as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
To their victims.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this big one, so when you're ready, that's called the brood chamber, and that's where the queen lays all the babies. And then you put, you actually put a frame across there, so she cannot get into that one. And this one is for the ordinary worker bees can, so they get through the mesh, which is there, into here, and they pack this with honey. And so at the end of the season, all that's my honey and all that's theirs. You know, that's roughly how it works.
Oh.
And yeah, and then you take the frames out, and we bought ourselves one, and you put them in a spinner.
Yeah,
like
I've
a
seen those.
dustbin.
Yeah.
Like,
Just slings it all off.
and, yeah, and it spins it out, and then you put it in your jars, and job done. Great. Right, you bring the brood chamber, Adam. Well,
I got it.
take it away.
Jeremy's did that one. You got quite a lot of projects that you work on.
Yeah. People, you know, I clear out people's garages, they're moving.
That's not what I'm doing.
Stonehenge.
I'm doing a kind of a time lapse. Just smash that kid's face with your purse. We're doing it once in a while. Wow. Here lieth in turn the body of something new. This dude died at $14.99. So just I know it's weird.
Das wird für die Priesterschaft genommen und die dann im Exorzit
So the cathedral is in the shape of a cross. Cool. That is a good question. I imagine. Ooh, I don't know. Legitimate son of King Henge II. King John. He had the poopers. Bad fish and chips. It's like buying fish sticks. It's cod, right? And it tastes bad. It tastes like it's been frozen. The good stuff is not battered and then frozen. The good stuff is perhaps frozen, thawed, battered, then fried. I don't know. But let's give you a little tour of this back garden. It's pretty.